Hey, welcome to Escobar BBQ. Today we are going to be smoking some St. Louis ribs. We're going to be cooking them at 275 and around 2 hours and a half. We're going to wrap it, finish it off, take it out, and then we're going to start slicing into it. Stay tuned. So what we want to do with this St. Louis rib is just take out a little bit of the fat that it has up here. We don't want to take off too much, just a little bit. We want to get a little bit of that meat exposure. So any decent knife will do. So as you can see, it has a little bit of fat on there. So I'm just gonna remove it. It's only gonna burn. All right, so. Another thing that you want to do is on the back, there is a membrane back here that we can remove. So we just want to clean it up a little bit. And it gets a little difficult here, but you can see it, it's right under here. See that? Right under here, so that's probably the most difficult thing to remove on this St. Louis rib. So it does get a little tricky, but once you get it, you can just pull it off. So right now I'm struggling a little bit. So as you can see, it's very hard to grab, so I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel and pull it off. These membranes get very difficult to remove at times, so you've got to cut a little bit into it. Use a little bit of a paper towel to just kind of grab it off. Very stuck, as you can see, but we'll try to remove everything we can on it. It's just very stuck. Alright, that'll be fine for now. Okay, so we're not gonna make it too complicated. What we want is we want to make a quick, easy St. Louis ribs, and so now we're just gonna season these. We throw this in the trash. All right, so we're gonna be using the Holy Gospel from Meat Church. Very simple rub, so this is perfect for ribs. All right, so let's get some of these seasoned. You've probably seen the spare ribs. Basically the spare ribs, they cut off a portion of it, and this is what you end up with. So these are a little bit more expensive, but spare ribs are pretty much the same. Remember, we're doing these ribs, we just want to keep it very simple. We're not marinating them, we're not doing anything special, just providing a good seasoning on it. We're gonna let it adhere. We're gonna go get the smoker ready in a bit. So we're just gonna let them get real nice and ready. And you'll see that, you'll see the moisture starting to come out, and that's when you know they're ready to put on the barbecue pit. Next step that we're gonna be doing is 275. We're gonna put them in for about 2 hours and a half. Afterwards, once it reaches the cutter, we're going to wrap them, put them back another 2 hours, and we're going to be checking temp, feel for it, and then they should be ready to go. All right, we're going to set these ribs out for about 2 hours. Okay, so we're about to take out our St. Louis ribs. Just wanted to let you know what we're working with. We're just using some brown sugar from HEB, and we're also using agave nectar for our syrup part. So this one is very, very light and organic. It's a little sweet, but it works perfect. So all we're gonna do is just put a little bit of that here. So we're gonna put our ribs here once we bring them out. And we're gonna add a little bit of some brown sugar. All right, so after this, we're just gonna bring the ribs and then we're gonna wrap it. Okay, so we've been smoking these St. Louis ribs for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So come on so you can see what we're working with. So using the Masterbuilt one again. So these are ready to be wrapped. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go wrap them. All right, so now we're gonna wrap them. So we put our butter in the bottom. We put some brown sugar, some agave organic light syrup, and all we're gonna do is we're just gonna wrap it. And we're gonna put it for probably another 2 hours, but we're gonna be checking to see if they're ready to go since we are cooking a little bit hotter. So we'll see how it goes. So we wrap it and it's ready to go. Very, very hot. Okay, so we've been smoking these ribs. We wrapped them. So it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. It's already at 202, 203 internal temperature. So we're gonna take them out, open them up, glaze them with some barbecue, put them up just to finish it off, and then we'll be ready to slice. And we know they are ready because you see the bone popping out. So what we're gonna do here is we're still gonna make a little bowl so things don't get too greasy in the pit. So we'll use this foil paper again. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna glaze it with some barbecue sauce. And then we'll leave it for about 10 minutes just so it can cook a little bit. And then we'll be ready. So we're gonna be using some Sweet Baby Ray honey barbecue sauce. So you can use any sauce you want. We're just using what we have in the fridge at the moment. So just gonna put a little bit of this everywhere. And then we're just gonna glaze it. Then we're gonna put it right back in the smoker. So, looking good. The taste test. This is really good. This is really good. I have to give it one more bite. Like I was saying, very good recipe. So all I did was holy gospel seasoning, smoked it for about 2 hours and 20 minutes at 275. We also wrapped it about an hour or so at 275, let it rest. This one's a little bit more cooked. So these will fall off the bone if that's how you want it, but you can always lower it a little bit more. But final thoughts, very easy recipe, very easy to make, and I recommend you try it.